marriage in the Philippines?
Same-sex marriage in the Philippines? Yes.
Why?
Because for me, as a Filipino, I see that bisexual or gays or LGBT are relevant in this country. And at wala akong magagawa kung gusto nila magpakasal sa isa't isa dahil hindi naman natin hawak ang gustong gawin ng isang tao dahil kay ganyan ang kanilang gusto, kaya suportaan na natin sila, wag nating i-bash dahil iba po, pareho lang tayong tao. Yun lamang po. Salamat.
Should we legalize same-sex marriage? Wala sa kuwan dili ko mo sa partner. Kaya ang kanamang goals sa relationship or marriage, alam ko na siya bitubot sa Ginoo. Mas kaributan mo nito sa Ginoo is babae ang lalaki.
Should we legalize same-sex marriage here in the Philippines?
I believe that as one of the LGBT community, I do believe that we should legalize same-sex marriage because despite that we are preserving our morality and dignity as a Filipino person, I do still believe that every people in this world, every people in the Philippines deserves to be loved to someone whom they want to be loved. And I believe that legalizing same-sex marriage is a thing that could able to uplift the flag of the LGBT community and it would encourage other people to do the same, to encourage people to apply themselves equity and equality, and so that we could bring this to the next generation to instill peace, equity, and equality in the world. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Should we legalize same-sex marriage?
Para sa kuha dili gyud kay gawas nga again sa balaod sa Ginoo, murag matan-awan po nga dili na pud sa kani mawala ang kanibitaw morality sa usa ka tawo. Wala na.
So if this protocol will be implemented in our society, what are the possible effects in our society?
So para sa kuang possible effect ana is ani, so moinanay og kawala ang moralidad sa tao. Ikaduha, may dakong posibilidad nga ma-instinct ang tao. Kay ngano man, panglitan kung ganahan ang mga lalaki nga maminyo na og kining laki pod. So unsa pa may gamit sa mga babae yun nya kay di man kang anak ng mga lalaki. Di ba? So dako gyud nga posibilidad nga ma-instinct gyud ang tao sa Pilipinas gyud.
Yes, tama. That's all. Salamat.
Should we legalize same-sex marriage in the Philippines and why?
Yes, and because as a part of LGBTIQ+, pro naman kayo siya nga gender, so kailangan natin siya tagaan equality as a Filipino. So musuporta punta ka ni kayo mo ka po di makapahalipay sa mga LGBTIQ+ as a member ka na, then so musuporta ta kay para walay samo o
Should we legalize same-sex marriage in the Philippines? Yes, sir.
Before I answer the question, let me give you a little background about the topic in the Philippines. Yeah, we are in a democratic country, and also we are a religious country where Catholicism or Catholic is the major religion in this country. And of course, part of this is we need to consider several factors like our culture, that many people will allow that type of thing, the union of two same sex. And also, when it comes for my idea, I think no. But I am no, because of course we have cultures, we have upbringing, so we need to abide that one. And also we need to consider the law of God. But I am pro with same-sex relationship, but not in same-sex marriage. That's it.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Should we legalize the same-sex marriage here in the Philippines?
Yes.
Why?
Dili man gud nimo mapugna ng isa ka tawo nga I unlove tong
iyang tao nga gilove, which is kay same lang sila sex, that same sila sex, which is kung imo mag-shampoo pwede siya ma-lead sa depression niya. Ang depression ba is kana lalom na siya nga pwede maka-lead sa mong death.
Yes, I have my second question. Should we respect the LGBT community?
Yes, we should respect kay same lang ta nga tao, madato, mapobre, magwapa, mapangit, para sa tagibuhat sa Ginoo, dapat ato jud nang respetuhon. Thank you.
Good afternoon, madam. In your own opinion, what can you say about legalizing same-sex marriage?
For me, legalizing same-sex marriage is really not appropriate. First, it is not in the Bible. In the creation of God, it's only Adam and Eve. And so therefore, nobody could take over the rule of God, not even man. So legalizing same-sex marriage for me is really not appropriate and it's immoral.
Okay, so you are disagreeing same-sex marriage.
Yes.
So how can you stand your opinion, or would you like to give more some information or to give more some comments?
Okay. Again, as I've said, in the creation of God, it's only Adam and Eve. So there is no Adam and Adam, Eve and Eve. So I have to stand with that because our greatest rule in the earth is only the Bible. Nobody could rule over Bible. It's still the Bible that will guide us along the way of life. So that's my stand.
Okay, thank you, madam.
Good day, sir. Should we legalize same-sex marriage in the Philippines?
Okay, so basically, stipulated in the Bible, so dapat lang is male and female. So however, since we are a democratic country, so we should also prioritize the third party in that. So especially gays and lesbians na gusto nang pumasal sa same-sex nila, lesbian and gays na makasal, why not support them for them to have a happy life? We are all brothers and sisters, we should also support them. So,
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. I am here to question you about same-sex marriage. In your own opinion, why we should legalize same-sex marriage here in the Philippines?
Why we should, so do I have I'm not sure. But for me, as of course, in the country we are in, of course, majority of the people living here in the Philippines are all Christians, right? And of course, as part of the Christianity, I do respect my teachings. I do respect the teachings of the Catholic Christian, the beliefs, culture, the tradition, including the teachings of the Bible. And that's very, very significant. When it comes to the question, should we legalize same-sex marriage in the Philippines? For me, it's difficult. It's a tough question because it actually depends on how the person sees himself as part of the society where he or she belongs. But if I am going to be asked about the question, for me, legality, because when we see marriage, it's part of the seven sacraments. And when we talk about marriage, it's very sacred thing we need to consider about. So I will say no, because when we talk about marriage, in my teaching, in the country, in the religion I am part of, it taught me that a man must be married to a woman. Vice versa, a woman must be married into a man. So let me also define the term union. Because when we talk about union, it might not be married, but they can still be one. So for me, I would prefer that same-sex union. I think that's much more preferable because if, of course, in the society we are in right now, we're part of the modern world where everyone can love who they want. They can be with the people who they want. So if we talk about same-sex union, they can choose freely their partner. Same sex, opposite sex. I think that's much more preferable. And if they love each other, so let the love of these people conquer the discrimination of the society. I know the society we are in has double standards, and we know that society is so crucial, is so cruel, and we are living in the world where the judgmental people also thrive. So the bottom line of my answer is that I am not in favor of same-sex marriage because that's what upholds my being as a Christian person. But I do much favor same-sex union because we are born our own ways, and again we have the freedom to choose whom to love. That's it.
Thank you, sir. And happy teacher.
Thank you.
Should we legalize same-sex marriage in the Philippines?
Yes.
Why we should legalize same-sex marriage?
So we need to legalize same-sex marriage in the Philippines because we are now in the 21st century. And also the LGBT family is now part of the society. And we cannot deny the fact that they can fall in love with their both the same gender. And also, it is the reality. Although it's awkward for those people who cannot support it, but it is only our way to appreciate and for them to be happy.
You said lately that LGBT is already part in our society. So what can you say to those people who can't accept them, and also to those people who are judging them?
So I can say that we should treat them equally and be fair in this judgmental country because people judge them by the means of their looks, not by the means of their personality. That's why in this issue, I will support the legalization of the same-sex marriage in the country because we have the right and freedom to speech as well as the right and freedom to love.
Should we legalize same-sex marriage here in the Philippines? In my point of view about same-sex marriage, I think that's quite a difficult topic, but if I were to make a decision out from it, perhaps I will go against it. Though there are many couples who are part of the same sex, but if we are to go back to the basics, we would go back to what the church teaches us. It was being clearly stated there that a man should be for a man should be for a woman, and vice versa. So I think, though I am respecting those in a relationship with same sex, but I think I would go for it. So how about the same-sex union? So same-sex union has something to do with same-sex union is different with marriage. Meaning to say they are legally bind with each other, but they are not same-sex union. I think I'll just go back to my answer earlier. Although I believe that the purpose of having same-sex union is to protect the properties of both parties, but I think again there is just a very thin line with regard to the difference of same-sex marriage and union. So I think I still have to go back to my previous answer.
Should we legalize same-sex marriage in the Philippines? As of now, I do not see the need to legalize same-sex relationship because the church believes that God created man and woman in order to become fruitful in their relationship. I think God wanted them to be happy. We do not condemn same-sex because actually, as of now, we know that most relationships are they're already accepted in the society. They are also happy, but when it comes to procreation, they cannot procreate naturally as what it is in the mind of God. Thank you.
Should we legalize same-sex marriage in the Philippines? Same-sex marriage should be legalized because I believe that everyone has the freedom of choice and love has no gender. Talking about marriage, we don't have the rights to question the choice of others. If that's their happiness, then why should we forbid it from them? Instead, let's support and stop criticizing them.
I agree with the legalization of same-sex marriage here in the Philippines. Maybe we have the thought that this is against morality, but what is the purpose of morality if the trend nowadays is all about who you love no matter what the gender is?
In my own opinion, same-sex marriage in the Philippines should be allowed or legalized because love has no limits and love has no gender. They just express their feelings, and that is my own opinion.
Should we legalize same-sex marriage in the Philippines? We know that same-sex marriage is one of the most controversial issues here in our country, in the Philippines. Some says that it should be legalized because they believe that love has no limits. Love can be in all genders, whether a man to a woman or a man to a man. But the question here is, why does it need to be legalized here in our country? Because it is someone's way to express his or her feelings, and as we know, humans have the rights to express our freedom in many ways, that therefore it should be legalized.
Should we legalize same-sex marriage in the Philippines? Yes, because in my opinion, same-sex marriage should be legalized in the Philippines because I believe that love has no gender, and we have the rights to love the person we love with all our hearts.
For me, I agree that we need to legalize same-sex marriage in our country because marriage is not about love. If you talk marriage, it is the state of two individuals that choose to become one in the name of God. Yes, God created man and woman, but God didn't say that loving the same gender is prohibited. Many people think that is immoral or inappropriate, but for me, as long as you love each other and as long as you love God, then you can live the lives of both of you as one. Because I believe that love conquers all.
For me, I didn't agree because marriage is defined as the union of man and woman. If same-sex marriage is legalized in the Philippines, it's possible many people respect each other. God said, man is for woman and woman is for man.
This issue is very delicate because the answer will be divided. I believe a lot of Filipinos still do not accept same-sex marriage because we consider it as a Christian country. I believe we are not prepared for this scenario, but I respect same-sex partnership. True, we have the right to express our own reasoning regarding about this matter. Still, for me, I believe in the teaching of my religion that God created man and woman, and the marriage is instituted by God is for man and woman only.
I support LGBT community, but when it comes to same-sex marriage, I highly disagree with it. Because as a Christian, on my own opinion, God created Eve for Adam to be his partner and raise humanity. It also hampers procreation, and we need to sustain the sanctity of marriage. As is stated on the 1 Corinthians 11, verse 12, for as woman came from man, and also man through woman, and everything comes from God.
So, same-sex marriage. For me, I am against of this kind of protocol because here in the Philippines, the ratings of HIV and AIDS is very high even if it's not legalized yet. So how much more if it will be legalized? And that's my only concern about this kind of topic. That's all.
For me, I disagree about same-sex marriage because we all know that AIDS is the #1 problem in the Philippines or any country of the world. So if we legalize same-sex marriage, it has be more chances that the percentage of AIDS will be more higher than before. So I disagree about same-sex marriage.
For me, I would have to disagree for legalizing the same-sex marriage here in the Philippines because half of the Philippines are against of it. And it is because the Philippines is one of the most religious country in the world.
In my opinion, same-sex marriage here in the Philippines must not be allowed. It should not be passed into law. Same-sex marriage is unconstitutional and not in as a matter of choice with our dignity.
The decision has been divided. Some of them agree and most of them disagree. Some of them agree for the reason of equality and most of them disagree because they believe God created a man for a woman. So we will leave this decision to you. Should we legalize same-sex marriage in the Philippines?